We made it back to the beautiful state of Arkansas. Got a lot of work to do. I haven't opened up this garage in 3 months, so it's a disaster. Grass has overtaken my parking spot in the back, so we got to handle that. Got a lot of landscaping to do. The battery on the C10 is dead, so we got to jump that off. So yeah, off to a good start. So we literally have junk everywhere. So we're gonna have to do something about all of this. Got some charger parts just hanging out over here. Trash is full. Host squad, still doing host squad stuff. 850, as you can see, is in the process of being torn apart again. It got swamped and flooded when after I had loaned it out to someone. So got mud caked up everywhere. Lost compression, not completely lost, but it's really low. So the rings and pistons are probably shot. So that's great. That's gonna be another project. But we got a lot of work to do. But talking about it isn't going to get it done, so we're going to, gosh, where do we even start? I guess we'll jump off the C10, get it started. Actually, we got to take care of those weeds first. That has to get done. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna coat everything. So somehow my air filter fell off while I was out of town. The battery's dead, so why are you off? I don't even know when the last time I changed the oil was. It'll be alright. all this stuff out. Pretty excited about it. So we got the rest of the ceiling in and insulation done. It was nice and hot. But anyways, I've been having to do like early morning stuff up there, and I haven't really had any time to be in here. So I finally have things somewhat organized. I have parts just laying around everywhere, which kind of is what it is until I can start putting parts on the truck. So already got this mocked up. I'm not gonna film a lot of this, but we've got to replace the rocker panel on the passenger side. What side is this? Driver's side? Driver. Sits there. Yep, driver's side. So anyways, we have to place this floor pan. Same stuff, different day. And then we can finally start piecing this truck back together. The goal is to get it all back together, find a bed for it somewhere, and then maybe take it up to Vermont with us. We'll see how that works out. So much more room for activities. The whole idea of this, it sucks. So, got everything cut out, sized up, got to clean up my metal. Probably going to go spray a little rust preventative on it. Get everything cleaned up, and then we're going to I guess start doing some tacking. Can't wait. Every time I weld, I catch on fire because I'm a moron. So there's that. Should be a good time. The floor pan and the cake panel all mocked up. About to start zipping that in there. So we're moving on to this rocker panel, and we have to got to do something here. Not quite sure what, but it's something. Figure that one out later. So I found a short bed. Unfortunately, the only way I could do that is by buying a whole truck. It's actually a pretty neat truck. It's a 77. It's a retired mud truck. Guy bought it. He's gonna make a hunting rig out of it. It's lifted 6 inches. It's got 38.5 by 16 tires. Those are pretty neat. It's big, but pretty solid. It needs floor pans, rockers, cab corners, inner fenders, hood, core support, both fenders, new bumper. There's no engine in it, no transmission, no transfer case. Got the drive shafts though, they're up there. So yeah, I mean, definitely solid truck. That's gonna be a project for later. I'm gonna get this bed put on the truck today after I go work out for a little bit, but it needs some repairs. Obviously, needs to be sanded down, resprayed. I don't know if that's like, it almost feels like house paint. This truck bed, actually the whole truck, it's been many colors. Got a white tailgate. Bed's, I mean, it's not in bad shape. Much worse. But we'll get that on the truck and see what we can do with it. But about the truck, not the Charger, the truck. The cab's done. So, floor pan, rockers, cab corners, kick panels, all that been replaced. Went ahead and painted the interior. The big reason is I need this painted before I leave, because with where I'm going I won't have access to a gun, and I imagine it's going to be pretty pricey to have a paint booth spray the interior and exterior for me. So just trying to save some money on that. Yeah, it's all done, ready for the bed. So yeah, didn't film much. It was just a lot. I'm on a time crunch, and I don't have anyone to film for me. Oh yeah, got a mullet growing. Yeah, we're fix up those doors, paint the inside of those, put them on. We're not gonna worry about the seals or anything. We just need as much of the truck together to tow it as possible. So we got a project tucked back there. Another project Jared's Charger. All of those, we'll get those done later. But for now, we've got this beautiful truck completely loaded up. It's gonna go back up to Vermont with us, and hopefully we can finish it there. This is yeah, a lot. So we did the math. There's about 7 trucks that we've stolen parts off of, between the tailgate, bed, cab, doors, the hood, the engine. Like, the list just keeps going on. So but we are all loaded up, ready to go. All right, we're in the truck. Panzer is ready to go. Yet another pit stop for Panzer. Tried to eat over there. This guy couldn't focus. Here we are. Well, we made it. Oh, good boy. So Panzer enjoyed the road trip. The trailer had a blowout, but we've made it back with all of our junk. The ATV somehow survived. The truck's here, so we've got everything. So, yep. We just gotta got everything pretty much organized ish. I really need a tool cart of some kind, but we'll figure that one out later on. So yeah, truck's here, ready to be worked on. We got to order some parts and get started on it. Panzer's loving this weather. It's much cooler up here. So I got the driver's seat mocked up. So as far as my seat bracket, I just used the factory lower portion, used some angle iron, welded it up, welded on some tabs to actually mount the seats. This section right here is just going to be a flat piece of aluminum or steel. I'm going to mount the shifter there so that it's easier to reach. I'm not going to put the second seat in because I've got to bring all this back out and put the carpet and sound deadener in, but this at least gets it out of my way. Been some slow progress because I've mostly been focusing on all the tedious stuff that I hate, but got the seats installed, got the shifter in. I wired up my gauge cluster, which we're about to test. I crudely have my battery sitting in here because I don't have a tray yet, but I got all my wiring cleaned up, going to my ECU and wired in the AC unit. Got the compressor installed. Got to get my hoses sorted out. That'll be a different day. Seats don't really adjust up and down, and it's right up against that steering wheel. So it's good for me, but I do have smaller legs. Some thicker boys might have an issue getting in there, so we're probably going to replace that steering wheel with something a little bit smaller. But AC's all in. Yep, my lights are going to stay on because of, well, I've got all the stuff for the brakes disconnected. So we're going to toss this little knob in. Oh, well. Alright, so anyways, let's test this out. We're off. Key on. Looks like everything is turning on. So that's great. Man. Oop. So it looks like a little plastic piece here is a little hazy. So I might have to find a solution for that. We'll see. Anyways, yep. Guessing that's going to be my brake light. Let's see if it dims with the headlights. Okay. So that dimmed. Nice. My vintage air came on. Let's see if that goes off. So yeah, it seems to dim like it should. Let's say that works. Cool beans. Everything's back wired up. Just have to install the intake, some hoses. We put exhaust back on it. Should be ready to go. Then I can move on to body work. But I gotta post another video till I can start it and at least pull it out there and then back in. So Oh, guess I'll do that tomorrow. We'll see. We shall see. But this, I didn't even film it. It's just is what it is. It's a lot of time and effort, and it is just emotionally taxing, and I hate wiring. This might not be a big thing for everybody, but I really like to upgrade the drive shaft. So here's our new one. I don't think you would have to on a two-wheel drive, but I've also broken a drive shaft in my K10, and it was horrifying. So brand new drive shaft it is. Obviously we're having issues with it starting. I ordered a fuel pressure gauge, hooked it up, no issues. Fuel pressure is good, cranking, and right after it does a little start and stall. Went ahead and ordered a OBD2 connector so I can connect it to my phone, run it through an app, check the DTCs. Turns out my cam sensor is not putting out the correct signals, which would explain the start and stall, occasional backfire. It would explain all of that. But fun fact, I've never noticed this before, the map sensor will also plug into the cam sensor. So the plugs are the same, and that's where I plugged it in. So I switched those around, and I'd almost guarantee that this thing will start. If not, we go with fire. That's all I got. Yep, we're gonna see. Hopefully. I don't know. That settles it, I guess. I'm a moron. It runs. So, we'll take it. This will be the first time this truck moves under its own power. Well over a year. So, exciting times. Does it? Does the thing. So, there we go. Finally, after well over a year, we finally have the truck running and driving under its own power. So now, time to do some body work. It is what it is. We've got about 9 different trucks forming one truck. There's going to be some Bondo. It is what it is. Am I great with Bondo? No, but we're doing it anyways because it needs to be done. So let's get started on that.